facilitated by His Excellency Tiko Dato Ab Ghaffar Tunku Muhammad and the Malaysian facilitators for the peace negotiation. The panel thanked the public for their continued support towards the common objective of bringing a just resolution to the conflict in Mindanao. So, mo na atong gikakuanan nga makalingkod gid sila unta para nga mahisgutan ang unsay angay himuon. Ako basahon usab kini gisulat sa Mindanews mo gihapon nga adlaw. The peace panel of the Philippine government or GPH and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front ended Friday noon the 4-day workshop on the final text of the Bangsamoro Basic Law or BBL, achieving modest progress and agreeing to meet again in Manila within the next few days to come up with a mutually accepted BBL for the submission to Congress. A joint press statement from Kuala Lumpur said. The special meeting held at the Bilania House in Kuala Lumpur since July 8 provided the panel the opportunity to clarify misperceptions and affirm the intent and sincerity of the party to abide by the signed agreement, the joint statement said. It said the panel discussed the content of the draft BBL submitted by the Bangsamoro Transition Commission or BTC and reviewed by the legal team of the Office of the President. They achieved modest progress and identified consensus language in the light of the signed agreement and resolved to continue working together to come up with a mutually acceptable draft Bangsamoro Basic Law, the statement said. They also agreed to continue discussion on specific concern in Manila within the next few days to ensure that the draft would be submitted to the Congress at the soon possible time. The panel are racing against time as Congress is reopening on June 28 with the President Aquino delivering his fourth and second to the last State of the Nation address or SONA before he bows out of office on June 30, 2016. The date and the peace panel targeted to the inauguration of the Bangsamoro government and its first set of elected officers. The 5-paragraph joint press statement did not say what major substantive issue were resolved, but Mindanao source in Kuala Lumpur said the consensus reached these major issues would be brought back to their respective principals for consultation and approval. Serious concern. The panel went to Kuala Lumpur following concern raised by IMAILEP Chair Alhaj Murad Ibrahim and IMAILEP Peace Panel Chair Muhajir Iqbal during their meeting with the President in Hiroshima on June 24 on the Malacanang proposed revision of the draft BBL. This was followed by a BTC resolution on July 3 elevating the panel serious concerns on the proposed revision. The BTC is the body tasked to draft the Bangsamoro Basic Law. The IMAILEP lead President appointed 15-member BTC submitted its draft BBL to Malacanang on April 22, expecting it would be transmitted to Congress and clarified urgent by the President when Congress resumed its session after the Holy Week break on May 5. Congress adjourned without receiving the draft. Malacanang returned the draft with its proposed revision on June 21. No details about the concern raised by the IMAILEP to President Aquino on Hiroshima were revealed, but Iqbal on June 26 broke his silence in a peace forum in Istanbul, Turkey, where GPH Peace Panel Chair Mariam Coronel Ferrer was also a speaker. Iqbal, current chair of the BTC, said Malacanang's proposed provisions had heavily diluted the Bangsamoro Transition Commission draft, and it made the basis for the law would be worse than Republic Act 1954, the law governing the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao or ARMM. Even before Republic Act 9054 lapsed into law on March 31, 2001, the Moro National Liberation Front in MNLF, which signs the final peace agreement with the government on September 2, 1996, had protected that it would render the arm less autonomous than it already was. Iqbal said what would happen would be a future Bangsamoro government that would be less autonomous than the ERMM that it seeks to replace. President Aquino told reporters in Iloilo on June 27 that efforts were being undertaken to ensure that the final draft would be one that both sides will fully support and endorse to Congress. GPH Peace Panel Chair Marian Coronel Ferrer had described in her press statement on July 7 that the workshop would tease out the various substantive matters that had arisen from the BTC submission and the subsequent OP or Office of the President review. The workshop began July 8 and was supposed to end July 10, but Iqbal told Minda News in a text message late Thursday evening that they will intend up to tomorrow or last Friday morning. Ferrer said it's not a question of extending or not. We arranged to leave Friday afternoon. What the panel have accomplished, Ferrer and Iqbal had kept mum, issuing only the very short general statement. Ferrer on Wednesday morning said, okay naman, may naaayos, okay, some issues are being resolved. Although she replied to Minda News text message on Thursday afternoon, she did not answer the question on what the panel had accomplished. Iqbal on Thursday afternoon said partial agreement on many issues but declined to give details in the evening. He replied there is modest program but again gave no details. Observer, early Friday morning, Iqbal said we will try to cover as much as ground this morning but again declined to provide details. Ferrer did not send a reply. Sessions are supposed to be held only for a half day in deference to Ramadan, the Islamic month of fasting, but on Thursday they took a break on the afternoon after resumed session late afternoon ending at around 9 p.m. 11 members of the BTC, 6 from the GPH and 5 from the Imailep, including the BTC member who are panel members, also attended the workshop as observer. The BTC on July 3 passed a resolution expressing serious concern over some major revisions, modifications and alterations that diverted from the significant contents of the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro. The BTC elevated their concerns to the panel for clarification, discussion, resolution of the issues affected by proposed revision on the higher interest of finding a lasting solution to the conflict in Mindanao. So nahadlo kita itong nilabay nga mga bulan na ining nilabay nga mga semana, mga adlaw kay naay tensyon nga atong nasinati ina sa ground. Unya kita sa Mindanao People's Caucus kauban sa atong mga membro nga mga civil society organization dito ta sa Davao, nanawagan ta nga ang propose na balaod nun nagisulat sa Bangsamoro Transition Commission i-open unta sa publiko uban usab sa propose katong gina what they called as diluted na copy or revisions nga iya sa Malacañang. Kay mahadlo kita nga medyo na dismayado na ang kining ground sa nagahitabo nga kadugay sa maong pagsubmitar ngadto sa Kongreso sa gisulat nga Bangsamoro Basic Law. Motong nanawagan kita unya ang panel hantod karon wala pa nila i-open sa publiko. Ang CBCS sa Cotabato nanawagan usab kauban sa Mindanao People's Caucus nga unta kining duha ka propose na draft gikan sa kining Bangsamoro Transition Commission ang usab kaning gikan sa opisina sa presidente ilahad sa publiko para medyo mapakalma nato ang mga katawhan diha sa ground. Pero sad to say pagkahuman nila og pinirmahay didto sa kining Kuala Lumpur dunay nahitabo nga encounter didto dayon ni anang Biyernes sa alas 4:30 dito sa Lanao del Sur. Akong basahon kining reports na akong nakuha from Lanao del Sur, and then gipasa ni nato sa pipila nato ka mga partner, mga kauban nato sa buhat diha sa Pensa. 2 killed and 3 wounded in a fresh AFP versus MILF encounter. The perceived delaying of the BBL passage and the alleged revision made by Office of the President created confusion in the ground and had taken its toll already. Last Friday afternoon at around 4:30 p.m. an encounter ensued between forces of the MILF and AAP element at the boundary of Wato, Balindong and Marantao, all in Lanao del Sur. According to the partial information that reached us, a certain MILF commander named Habir of MILF BF Northwestern Mindanao Front got suspicious of AAP movement near his residence. Skitsy report said that contingent of AAP were posting near Habir's residence since this morning. Habir and his men fear that the EAP element are after them. So, fight ensued, and it is not clear as of the moment on who fired first. Habir was killed and one of his men injured. EAP also lost 1 and 2 injured. Ceasefire committee from both sides arrived at the scene to prevent further escalation. An investigation, according to the report, is now being conducted by both MILF and EAP in Lanao del Sur. Meanwhile, residents of Wato, Balindong and Marantao feared of retaliation and escalation on the incident as it claimed lives already. They appealed to both MILF and EAP to restrain their people from moving around. Residents are very apprehensive because of the recent development in the peace process. Akong basahon po ning the other side sa report na akong nakuha kaganiha gikan usab sa Mindanews. Gisulat po ni sa akong amigo, akong kauban sa Banday Ceasefire, si Brother Richel Ormel, kauban usab nato sa buhat. Marawi City, Mindanews, kagahapon niya gisulat, 12 of July, a soldier and a suspected member of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front were killed in an encounter Friday in Marantao, Lanao del Sur, in what an army official said was a result of misinterpretation of military presence in the area. Colonel Glenn Macasero, commanding officer of the 103rd Infantry Brigade, identified the slain alleged rebel as Javier Makagaan. Macasero said Makagaan was a battalion commander under Commander Bravo Makapaar of the MILF 102nd Base Command in Balindong, Lanao del Sur. The encounter erupted past 4 p.m. along the National Highway in Bakayawan, Marantao. The army officials told Mindanews over the phone on Friday evening. He said a team from PB5 Bitag requested the brigade force security escorts going to Madamba town for an interview regarding the Lanao del Sur electric cooperative. He said member of the 51st Infantry Battalion served as an escort while a team from 65th IB served as standby security in Bakayawan. Macasero said suspected MILF guerrillas fired at the 65th IB in Marantao, hitting the driver identified as PFC Julius Gallier and his backup. Gallier returned fire, hitting Makagaan, who was said to be carrying a rocket-propelled grenade lancer. In an interview, Gallier said he noticed that a motorcycle riding man passed by them several times, and one of them claimed to be the barangay chair of that place, and he said he saw one man aiming an RPG at him, and so he shouted, and the other soldier jumped from the vehicle. He added he was hit before he could fire his gun at the attackers who was carrying an RPG. He said his team called for reinforcement from the first ID which arrived after 30 minutes. Gallo said the 51st ID driver, PFC Richard Castellon, was hit in the leg. And an intelligence operative identified as Corporal Junior Daguhoy was shot dead by the suspected Imayle fighters while trying to rescue Castillo. He added the wounded soldiers were brought to the hospital in Iligan City while Daguhoy remained being attended in a funeral parlor here. I have made effort to coordinate with the ceasefire mechanism to avoid escalation and retaliation. Makasiro said, referring to the coordinating committee on the cessation of hostility of both the government and the Imayle. Inquiry with the ceasefire mechanism will be undertaken while investigation is going on. He said, he added that incident was caused by misinterpretation by the Imayle on why there were soldiers in the area. So kabalo naman ta nga kita diha sa kining monitoring ilabi na diha sa iskutanan sa peace process sa GPH ug Imayle nga di na tayo ginatang sunod nga mga napirmahan na nga mga kasabutan. So siguro kini siya ato siyang gasundon kung di na may mga pagbisita sa mga kwerpo, mga sakop sa kwerpo sa kasundalohan nato, ato gyud silang gi-require na they should coordinate to the other side para na walay mga misencounter na mahitabo. Kadaghan ako naga-investigar og kining mga paghitabo nga ini ang nakita nako kulang gyud kaayo ang koordinasyon sa matag usa. So sayang na kinabuhi nga nangawala niining mo nga enkwentro nga nahitabo kaniadtong nilabay nga kining Biyernes. So gisayangan ako, hopefully akong mga pag-ampo di na naman uban na medyo sila nangahadlok, pero sa kami siguro sa Mindanao People's Caucus hugot ang among mga tininggan, mga pag-ampo na mukalma lang siguro ang matag-usa, pero di kapugong ugon sa inyong pagabuhaton. Pero sa ako alam kung panalitan sa sunod nga mahigayon na dunay mga troop movements either side, among gihanyo na kinahanglan mo na mag-coordinate ang usag-usa para nga walay mahimong kining panic na mahitabo sa o problema na mahitabo nganha sa unahan. So na-open man ang inyong linya, kabalo ko na open na inyong linya anytime nga mosunod sa usa ka lugar o labi na nga naay mga coordinate lang yun, magtinabangay ta nga dili makahimo og dugang pangpabilo sa kanang tension nga atong nasinati. So lain na balita nga akong na sagap. So sad to say nga akong pag-umangkon na apon na diay kay mag-agaw ni Vice Mayor Don Hobas. So gina kining gina-abduct ni siya, ginakuha, gidagit sa duha ka mga armado nga mga gituhuan nga mga armado nga mga tao kagahapon diha sa lungsod sa Linamon. Ang usa ka bata nga si Stacy Hobas Maki, sa kabata 5 anyos ang pangidaron diha gid sa lungsod sa Linamon. Natingala ta inihigayon na Sabado bibo unya lamang nahitabo ang mga krimen sa July 12, 2014. Pero usa sa gituhuan nga lookout sa maong grupo usa ka babae ang nadakpan kini o gidala sa kwerpo sa kapulisan kagahapon sa maong lungsod aron mapailalim sa usa ka makuting investigasyon. Gituhuan nga ang bata nga biktima ang gidala kini sa mga gidala kini sa mga silingan ng mga lugar sa maong dapit. So gidala sa wa pa mailhing nga lugar sa pag pero gadihang buntag doon na natay mga sagap nga mga balita nga maong bata nabuhian ta, pero we need to verify all these matters. Ako amang gud ta magtinabangay pud ta pagsugpo ini mga kriminalidad nga naghitak. Matingala ta daghan kay mga patay, daghan kaayo nga mga gipangkidnap unya siguro ato mga kapulisan o basad ato mga civilian siguro ato hagiton nga naa na ganitay nakit-an nga mga medyo lahi og mga linihukan nga makit-an nato diha sa palibot. Kinahanglan nga atong i-inform ang atong kining mga kining naa sa otoridad. So Pwede gani og makahimo ka sa pagbuhat og citizen sa arrest basta maklaro na ninyo nga kinibuhat na gyud og salaod, pwede mo na mahimo nimo para lang ma-prevent na dunay mahitabo. So ako pud usab naghihagit ang atong mga kaigsuonan nga mga mga kinipangulo sa atong Islam religion nga atong itudlo ngadto sa atong nga tanang mga butala, kidnapping, killings, pagpangawat, dili gid na dili gid na maayo na butang, and then nahibalutan na kontra gid na siya sa Islam. So ato siguro hugtan ato pagtudlo ilabi na nining panahon sa Ramadan nga atong tudlo sa atong mga sakop nga dili gid maayo gid nga mupatay, dili gid maayo nga mangawat, dili gid maayo nga mangidnap. I did not want anyone, pero makita na gid nato nga kinsat asa gipangdala tong mga biktima sa maong nga mga salaod. So kung ako kung sa side po sa gobyerno, kinahanglan gid siya dakpon inhon ug kinsa na siya kay buhian lang gyapon ang gikidnap ra puy kuhaon niya paghuman ang kidnapper wala prisuha, mamalik rin gyapon lang pagkidnap. So kinahanglan nga moaksyon ta, magtinabalay ta, o gusto tan natay kalinaw dito sa Mindanao, kinahanglan nga kining magtinabalay ta o niya siguro atong gamiton ng ginatawag nga golden rule. Kung sa man siya, do not do unto others what you do not want others unto you. So, kaning manghinaota nga mahimong kalmado, although naatay tensyon nga nakuha gikan sa gawas ang dapit sa Israel, nagira na po sila sa Palestinians, mga Palestinians nga tuwa dito sa Syria, na kagubog na sa Egypt, di ta mo sunod nila. Maghimo tag atong kaugalingon nga mga pamaagi nga ipakita nato sa kalibutan nga kita nga mga katawhan dinhi sa Mindanao mahigagmaon sa kalinaw. Magayon ako wala na kitay oras unya, magayon ako nga ang kasabutan alang sa kalinaw sa Mindanao kini nagahatag kanatog kasiguruan nga ang kagubot sa Mindanao kini ato nang mahatag og kasulbaran, og akong gihangyo ang tanan nga kini atong suportahan aron ang tinud-anay nga kalinaw sa og kalambuan sa atong lugar, ato nang maangkon pinaagi sa pagsuportar nato sa kasabutan sa kalinaw. Atong suportahan ang peace process, atong suportahan ang comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro. Alang sa kalinaw kini inyong higala sa kahanginan, Pastor Rio Montesilio, manamilit na kaninyo ini atong programa ang Mindanao, ang tingog alang sa kalinaw, tingog alang sa Mindanao, ug sa sunod Domingo ala 1:30 hangtod sa alas 2 sa kahaponon, ug sa Miyerkules alas 7:30 sa kagabion hangtod sa alas 8 sa gabi. Mag-uban na uban kita pag-usab sa samang istasyon. Magayon ako ang Diyos magapanalangin kanato. Ang program nga gidumala o gihatod sa imuha sa Mindanao Pindores Caucus o sa kapundok na nagalihok alang sa katawhang luban puro o Kristiyano. Mindanao Pindores sa Mindanao, Pindores sa Mindanao.
Inidumati ang usa ka binayran nga programa. Ang mga pulong o gunahuna igiluwatan sa nagdumala, iyan lamang o gunilabot ang kawani o tagdumala ng Sibihan RMN Iligan.